Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Agar IO. And on this episode, we are going to be doing the third episode in our viewer day this week. We actually haven't seen Matthew around or some of the other people. I don't know if it's just too late for them or they weren't able to get in. I hope everything's all right with you guys, and we'll catch you definitely next week if you're around. So we've just been going solo at it, guys. We do have Hydros coming later on tonight and things of that sort, but for now, I'm actually just having fun playing the game, like just coming in here and talking to you guys. I know I mentioned on the last episode it had been a while. Like we haven't been doing too many solo episodes. Not that I don't enjoy hanging out with the new friends that I've made online, because I most certainly do. I've been having a blast playing with you guys, and I can't wait to do it even more in the future. So it's definitely not that I want to get away from you guys, but I do enjoy playing solo as well quite a bit, and just being able to sit here and talk to you guys. Now, one of the viewers had a question about doing YouTube videos, and I started answering this one, I believe, on like the very first episode this week, and it kind of morphs into like other subjects as I go through it. So I don't think I really answered it very well, but so collaboration is what he wanted to know. How do you collaborate with other YouTubers? How do you find other YouTubers? Things of that sort. Now, again, I'm going to mention I'm not an expert. I'm just a regular person playing video games and sharing my experiences with you guys. I have been doing it for about a year and a half. But beyond that, you can take my advice or not. I'm not going to be offended either way. I'm just trying to share with you guys, since you asked, a little bit of what I've learned, and hopefully you guys find it useful. So as far as collaborations go, it's a little tricky. Like you have to find them first, and there's plenty of places you can go. There's YouTube has forums that they actually have for their content creators that you can go on there, and they send you little links every so often saying, "Hey, maybe you should put more thumbnails," or "Hey, have you heard about this or that?" A good way to grow your channel is to do collaborations. Click on the link below, and you can go on there and you can read all the stuff. You can take little classes. The classes are internet-based ones where you read like 2 or 3 paragraphs and then answer a question after it, and then read another 2 or 3 paragraphs and answer another question. At the very end, you get a little online certificate of passing that course and all that other stuff. And you don't actually get a certificate. You don't even have anything show up on your channel. It's just like a digital, like here's your sign because you went through all this. So it's kind of cool, but it's a good place to learn, and almost always in places like that. And I know for the one for collaboration does for sure, has the little thing down below where it says, okay, now that you completed the class, go ahead and leave your information down below as like your channel name and what video games you play and what time of the day you play and stuff like that. And people will go through that, including yourself, and see if you find anybody who plays the same games as you and has the same schedule and things of that sort, and then you guys can collaborate with one another. Now, as far as picking who to collaborate with, that is really up to you. I know a lot of people have said I'm kind of strange in the fact that I actually group with my viewers, and I actually incredibly enjoy it, to be honest. So that probably makes it even stranger, because I know a lot of people will say the YouTubers that they watch, they don't do that. They don't group with their viewers, and if they do, it's like really, really rare, and you had to have been a viewer for a very long time, and all this stuff. So maybe one day I will get so big on YouTube that I will have so many viewers I just possibly can't group with all of them. But I don't ever see myself stopping from grouping with you guys, even if it's just randomly every week we get another 5 or 6 people in here, and for something like this, we could get 20 or 30 people in here. So we may not actually be able to talk to one another, but we could all be hanging out together on the same server. So yeah, I don't really see why you wouldn't want to, but I know some people out there don't. So you got to take that into account. Figure out who you want to actually do cooperative gameplays with and collaborations with, and then the other downside, or not downside, but the other thing you got to keep in mind is, are you two compatible? Because not everybody's compatible with one another. You have some really good teams out there that have been known to work well together, like Robert and Ebert, the movie critics. They would sit there and they had a good chemistry together. And if you don't have that good chemistry, you may find it incredibly hard to do. Oh crap, these guys are going to eat me. Maybe I'm just too small for them to even be concerned with me at the moment, but Yeah, I haven't really found anybody that I haven't had a good time playing with. Oh yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, that was. There's no way out of that one. Even if I had shot into little tiny pieces, I don't think I would have gotten out of that. Maybe with the speed, I could have gotten a little further away before they completely munched all over me, but I doubt it. But yeah, even with all the people that I've grouped with so far and done collaborations with, I haven't found anybody that I haven't enjoyed playing the game with, and that's just because I'm very easygoing and I try to look at the lighter side of everything. When I was younger, that's definitely not the way I looked at things. I was very negative and yeah, very much on the side of what was wrong with something rather than what was right with it. And as you get older, at least for me, anyways, you start looking back and being like, did that being miserable get me anywhere? What was the world better because I was that way? And the answer is like no. Yeah, being miserable does not help out the world. Being miserable does not make anybody else's life better. And usually it's the exact opposite. It makes people's lives worse because you're having to deal with your bad attitude and your poor look at life and things of that sort. So now I tend to look at the brighter side of things just because I find it I'm happier that way and the people I'm with are happier that way. Like it works out better for everybody, including myself. So it's as much of a selfish reason as it is something that I'm giving to other people as well. And it's just you have to figure out who you mesh well with. And so if you're somebody who's very positive and hunting with somebody or playing a game with somebody that's very negative, that may be an issue, or vice versa. If you're very negative and you're playing with somebody who's very positive, it may just drive you completely bonkers. I remember during my later years, I was working at a clothing store. It was actually Bugle Boy before they went bankrupt, and it's kind of funny. The first two companies I ever worked for went completely bankrupt while I was working for them. So very bad luck in that sense. But then after that, I haven't had any bad luck. So I think it was just a coincidence. But I was working for Bugle Boy when they went bankrupt. But it's funny because if you get into that industry, at least at the time, it was very much filled with women who were so upbeat and so perky and just happy about everything. In fact, every single one of them that worked there, I'm not saying cheerleaders are all like this, but every single one of them that worked there were cheerleaders. And there was only like two guys that worked there, me and one other guy. And, it was just, at the time, like I said, I was very negative. And so working with people who were just so upbeat all the time drove me nuts, like you would not believe. Now when I look back at it, I find it funny, and I find myself very immature and very much wrong about pretty much everything that I thought about. Holy crap, this Potato Gary guy has eaten me like 80 times already. I am going to kill that guy someday, and I'm going to enjoy it. Because he just keeps picking on me, man. Every single time I see him, he's like, oh, I'm going to eat that guy. No, there he is again. I'm going to eat him. What? No, I just ate him. I'm gonna eat him again. Like that's what the game is about. So I can't really fault him for that. But at the same time, it is very annoying that I keep getting eaten that much. So we need to get away from this Pikachu guy because he looks like he has a nice little lock on me. He definitely wanted to eat me there. Savage. Okay, is that Savage Garden or Jesse Ventura's Savage kind of thing? I don't know on that one. We'll have to see the names that you guys pick. Obama, IW? What's the IW stand for? You got some guy named Cool and Dante. Reddit? Yeah, I've seen Reddit quite a bit. I've never really used that site, but I know a lot of people like it. And it's kind of funny. It's a happy face, so how can you not like that? Maybe if it was a yellow happy face, like the little bumper sticker that came out, then that might be a little bit better, but I don't know. I like it. I like the happy face. I think Steam is the strangest one, and it actually looks a little dirty on the way they portray the cover on this site when you're looking at it. But yeah, it's there's some interesting ones out there. All the politicians have one. All the countries seem to have one. I probably should do Texas at once. At least once on here, and see how that one handles, because I have seen Texas a couple of times, and in the situations that I've seen them, they always do pretty good. So I don't know if it has anything to do with like subconsciously if you're playing a certain state, you just do better because you're trying to represent that state. But Yeah, the states usually do pretty well. The ones that seem not to do, there we go, USA. Not a state, but you get the idea. Where are these guys going? Get big. Oh no, Team Pro. Crap. Yeah, this is not gonna go well. Oh, you know what? If I could scare him by going to somebody bigger, there we go. Eat the guy. Yes, yes, that is the way to do it. Just run towards the bigger guy. The bigger guy will leave you alone because they see, your small fries compared to what they could become if they eat the other guy, and they know you're running away. And remember, the smaller you are, the faster you are. So if he goes towards somebody who's somewhat the same size as him, he knows eventually he can catch that guy, especially if he shoots off. But if he goes towards somebody who's really, really small, he may not be able to get to that guy in time before he's just out of the picture altogether. Now back to the original topic of collaborations. It's I enjoy it. I enjoy meeting you guys quite a bit, but I know some YouTubers out there don't even do that. All they do is their single player games, and if they do play multiplayer, it's just by themselves with their own commentary. You guys could consider that as well. Like, you don't have to do collaborations. You don't have to do 14 episodes a day. There's plenty of YouTubers out there who are really, really big who only do one or two a week. Sometimes even less than that. I know some of the YouTubers I watch do one, like once a month, or even more sporadic than that. It's really, really hard to find like the average, like what everybody is doing, because it is just your particular style. Like, what do you enjoy in a YouTuber? What do you enjoy in your video games? And the personality that people have, and the time schedule that they have, and yeah. So it's holy crap, dude. There's like a gazillion small guys up here, like friggin' moths to a flame. We're all just hanging out here, and it's only after I come up here and they all kind of scatter that this whole area is kind of cleared up a little bit. But I can't believe I'm the big dog in this entire area, because these guys are pretty small, and I probably could shoot out right here. Oh no, I'm not quite big enough for that. Oh, I am big, but not big enough. Dang it. I was hoping that I could eat a few pieces here and there, and maybe get to a bigger size. Sometimes I've seen that happen in the past. There we go. Oh yeah. No. Oh no, Bruce. Oh yeah. So I got it all back. Woo, baby. Oh no. No, 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 no. I can't go down that way. Or I can't go up that way, I should say. Oh no! Eat him! Eat Mumbo! Eat him! Oh, we're going over there to see what's going on. He better eat this guy. Nope, he did not eat this guy. Dang it! Then we turned on me. I don't think so, man. Oh no! Holy crap! These guys are so big. Oh no! Oh crap! That guy just got. I think he popped himself by accident. I think he hit a virus. It's crazy, guys. Your fortune can go so quickly in the opposite direction when you play this game. You can be number one, and within a few seconds be completely wiped out if you just happen to stick your neck out a little bit too far. And usually the best method that I've seen to be safest is to not split up. But it's not always safe, because as you can see, I will die from that, regardless of being a whole bunch of little pieces. But definitely when you split up, into multiple pieces, you do risk getting eaten a lot more than you do when you're just a giant mass, especially once you get to a certain size. But I have yet to be able to get to that size in these episodes. We just have not been doing very well there. So, ooh, China, there we go. Again, guys, if you do want to know any more information on what I do and how I do it on here, I will be switching from Fraps, which is what I use to record, to OBS here fairly soon. And the only reason I was really using Fraps, other than that it's a great program, albeit very slow and very hard drive intensive, because it records like a 30-minute episode in like 200 gigs before you have to convert it, and then the 20 or 30-minute episode takes about 2 to 3 hours. So time intensive and hard drive intensive for a short period of time there. But OBS is supposed to be able to record and convert at the same time if your computer is able to handle it. And at the moment, this one is not able to handle that, because it's playing the game, which it can do, but it uses about like 98% of its processor to play the game, and it has nothing left over to run a a program in the background other than Fraps, because Fraps uses almost no processing power whatsoever, which is why I love it. For that reason, it allows me to actually record. It's just more pain in the butt. But once I get my new computer set up, I won't have to do that, and I'll be able to just record and play the game at full, graphic wise, and not have any issues whatsoever. And that's going to allow me to do more video games. So there's other programs out there. You can use what's the other one that I tried? Crap, I can't even think of it now. It's a Microsoft one that records, and it's okay. It's actually pretty decent for recording your desktop. But if you're going to record video games, that one definitely didn't work very well for me. I tried the NVIDIA one, Shadowplay, and some people have said they really love that one because it quite literally pulls the information from your graphics card before it even gets there. Like, it's just taking the base information, which I think is what Fraps does as well. But I had issues with Shadowplay. One, it was really laggy because I don't have a great processor on this computer. But I did get a new graphics card that I went ahead and popped in here while I wait for all the other pieces to get here, which is why I was finally able to use it. So it uses more processing power than Fraps, which people were saying that it definitely didn't, and I can tell you absolutely, on a system that juggles 99 to 100% on its CPU every single time you play a video game, I can tell when it goes up half a percentage, because then I'll get lag. And it was only on certain video games that it does that, like what's the name of it? Terratech definitely pushes it to its limits. None of the other games that I play really even come close to it, but that one definitely does. So yeah, I can tell when I'm getting lag, and I can tell why I'm getting it. And it was using more processing power, and for whatever reason, because it's a very simple program, like there was really no options I can go in there and change anything. But for some reason, it was only recording with 15-minute intervals, and then it was splitting them apart, and that defeats the whole purpose of using it, because then I have to run it through a program to combine those two pieces together and wait another 2 to 3 hours. So I might as well just be using Fraps, record it in one video file, and just convert that. It's easier, and I don't lose any information in between, and there's no little hiccup there and stuff like that, whereas the other one there was. So I was kind of disappointed with that one. There's a few other ones out there that I've tried, and if you guys are interested in knowing a little bit more about them, I'll definitely get them, because I already have most of them anyways. I'll definitely put them back on my PC and show you what they look like when you use them. And I could even do 2 sets of those videos, one on this older computer and show you just how laggy it is, and then another with that same program on a computer that is meant to be able to handle it, and show you the difference there. And so that way you can decide, because not everybody out there who wants to do videos is playing on a state-of-the-art computer. In fact, most people don't have a state-of-the-art computer. They are so expensive when you start trying to make it a gaming computer that probably not going to be the best thing. Like, you want to start somewhere. You want to actually start your channel, and as long as you pick the right games, you can do it very, very easily with an older computer. Just don't push it to the limits. Don't be the one who wants to have the greatest video game, the brand new one that's coming out, like the Fallout 4 or whatever it is. At the time you watch this video, it's 2015 right now, so if you're watching it in a few years, you'd be like, Fallout 4? That thing came out like 4 years ago or something like that. Oh, I'm so dead. So dead. But again, guys, I want to thank you all for coming out and watching. If you enjoyed these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely helps grow the channel, and I greatly appreciate all of that. Oh my god, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I definitely appreciate that, guys. I really, really do. It's actually allowed me to be able to review games that I probably wouldn't have been able to review. When I first started out sending out emails to companies saying, "Hey, can I do a Let's Play of your video?" A lot of them wouldn't even reply, and the ones that didn't always say yes. Now, for the most part, I always get a reply. They're not always yes, but at least almost always get a reply. And maybe I'm just getting better at it. I don't know, but it just seems like things have gotten better, and so I do greatly appreciate that, guys. It makes things easier on me. It makes the channel grow and makes more viewers able to join our community. And I know some of you guys have had really good conversations with one another on the comment section. So like I said, bring more people in. Definitely makes the channel more interesting, I think. So again, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you all next time.